Howdy and salutations, gamers.
Hello.
We just defeated Dung Defender,
Dung.
Mr. Poop Man.
You know that guy.
Yeah, the poop guy.
The poop guy. You know the one.
You know the one.
You know the one.
Everyone's favorite pooper.
Everyone's favorite pooper. You know the one. That guy.
Yeah.
I like the idea of just like walking around being like, hey, I just saw the guy, and they're like, what? You know, everyone's favorite guy, the pooper.
The pooper.
I could imagine that just like in the streets of Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Just, hey, oh, would you seen the pooper lately? Crazy, man. Have you ever watched Total Drama Island?
Yes.
Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Just curious.
No context there, no reason.
No, I was just curious.
Okay.
I'm wondering if you ever had.
Yeah, I have.
You know what? I didn't have cable. We've talked about this. When I went to my grandma's, she wouldn't let us watch Total Drama Island. She thought it was inappropriate.
Yeah, no, I wasn't allowed to.
Yeah, no. So I would stay up late and watch it.
Have you heard about the like weird censorings that they've done for Total Drama Island?
Yeah, isn't it like Canada censoring? It's
so it's a Canada show. Dang it.
wow.
It's a Canada show, but when it comes to the US, I believe they replaced every instance of hell with heck. They just like censor the weirdest like non-issue things for some reason. Like I think they censored dang it for some reason.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just something really ridiculous like that.
I can see that.
Oh.
Anyway, what's the move this time around?
We are grabbing an item we need to traverse acid.
Acid.
That was close.
Like the Sprite acid, or?
Like Sprite, yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if there was just a new substance of acid out there.
No. Like the drug. All these bugs are on drugs, actually.
That's what I was thinking.
These drugs are just party animals. That's what acid is, right? It's a party drug, I think.
Is it?
I don't know.
I thought acid just...
I don't know anything about drugs.
I think I saw a TikTok about this earlier. That's why I haven't done acid. I don't have any own stories, but they were just going through comments about acid, and it was like, one time I thought my towel was dancing for me, and I felt bad I didn't do acid enough, because then he gets to dance when I do acid. And I was like, wow. What the fuck? So what's the move this time around? I feel like you told me, but I forgot.
We are collecting an item to traverse the Sprite.
You just
We've
told
had
me.
this exact exchange.
You just had this exchange. My bad.
I think you were going to talk about Don't Look Up this episode.
Yeah, I was trying to find a good way to segue that, and then I just repeated the same thing, so... Yeah. Anyway.
My neck hurts from looking down too much.
What are you looking at? What?
My phone,
Stop
my
looking
slouch
at it.
in general.
Stop looking at it. What are you doing?
I just don't want to look up.
Wow,
This is a stupid joke.
Wow, okay, oh my god, wait, I just saw a movie about that. Wow, crazy. Wow, it's crazy. That came up so naturally. I'll let you do your spiel real quick.
About what?
I don't know, I thought you were talking to that dude, and I thought that was your spiel. I was trying to make that my chance to drink water.
Oh, the lady, yeah.
Talk or something.
She's immortal. That's the gist of her conversation. She's immortal. She's a little crazy because of it, though.
Yeah.
I don't think you could go immortal without being a little bit crazy, though, afterward.
Yeah, no, there's no afterward. It's always.
Well, yeah, I just mean like watching everybody you care about die.
That's true.
Probably
that's
not
got me
fun.
thinking, if there was an apocalypse and you were immortal, how would you survive? Like, if the world exploded?
You would just be in perpetual misery, I assume.
Where would you go?
I think you would just be floating in space for the rest of time.
That would suck.
Yeah, which is why I said perpetual misery.
That would suck. Anyway, don't look up. I'm pretty sure it's a Netflix original. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio, and it's got the girl who plays Katniss in The Hunger Games. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, her. That's her. I talked to you specifically about this, but you wanted me to talk about it on Hollow Knight.
Yeah, because you like talking about movies.
Yes, this is true. This movie fucked me up, but not in the same way that, like, Swiss Army Man fucked me up. Different kind of fuck up.
What is Swiss Army Man?
What? I totally talked to you about Swiss Army Man.
Look, we're in the...
Oh, you're in the soup.
You briefly mentioned it, but you didn't go into detail.
Okay, quick brief detail on Swiss
Are we putting it on
Army
the
Man.
list?
Yes, we have to add on the list. Well, I'll have to work up to that one, because that one, I, like, cry when I watch it.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies. Brief Swiss Army Man. Again, spoilers. I just think this entire playthrough is just me spoiling things.
That's fine.
Swiss Army Man basically pants out on this dude who's stranded on an island. I'm just spoiling it for you because we're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
And he's like about to kill himself because he's been stranded there for however long. And he sees this dude wash up on shore and he's like, oh my god, another person. But that person who washed up is dead. By the way, the dead person is played by Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah. I knew that.
Yeah, basically he starts like, that sounds wrong. I can't say using his body.
Yeah.
But he does.
Starts using him as a tool, I assume,
Yes,
considering Swiss
Army Man, yeah. The first time he figures this out is that he's like trying to like revive him with CPR, but then he spits up like drinkable water. It's gross.
What?
Yeah, it's weird. But also, he's going crazy, so the corpse starts talking. And so, the movie is about these two trying to survive, even though he's dead. And also, this guy teaching the corpse how to live again, basically.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird.
That sounds upsetting.
It's really good though. Oh, I don't want to tell you the thing that happens at the end that makes me cry though, because that we're gonna have to watch. It made me like ugly cry. It was great.
Yeah.
Anyway, segue. What was I talking about?
You were talking about Don't Look Up.
Oh yeah. Different kind of fuck me up than Swiss Army Man, because Don't Look Up feels too real, and I know they directed it that way, because it's set up like a comedy. It's not. I mean, it is. It's like a dark comedy. It starts out like this PhD student is like looking for asteroids or looking for something, and she finds an asteroid, and she's like, holy shit, I found something that hasn't been discovered before. Calls her professor, and they all start like researching it, like, oh my god, we gotta find everything about this. And they're like doing math, and they're like, whoa, why does the number keep going down? That's gonna hit us like soon. And so they're like, holy shit, we're gonna die, we're gonna get hit by an asteroid. So they go to the president, and the president's like, this isn't a big issue. You're just a student, and you're just a washed-up professor. We're gonna get our people on it. I'm the president. I have other things to worry about, like the midterms. Anyway.
Oh, like any... Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, the best thing about it, before they got to the president, they waited outside for, like, a day and a half. And they were like, hey man, I don't think it's gonna work out. You're gonna have to come back tomorrow. That was just exhausting to watch. Sorry, I'm trying to pace out the movie. I haven't seen it in like a couple weeks. It's like a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
It threw me
I remember
off.
you saying you were frustrated about that.
Yeah, because at the beginning it went really slow, but by the end it went really fast.
Oh, dickhole.
Ooh.
That's fine.
Yeah. You just gotta go back in the soup. Oh, I like that bench.
It's just a crooked little bench.
Just a crooked little bench. Oh yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
hey, I'm just a little guy.
I'm just a little bench. Trying to remember what happens. Pardon me. Oh yeah, they go on a TV show because they're like, the president's not going to do anything about it. We need to tell the press. They go on a Good Morning America kind of deal, and basically like the professor's really nervous, so he doesn't speak. So that's I can't speak. I'm sorry.
You're good.
What's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio. So DiCaprio is like super nervous, so he doesn't speak the entire time. And then, what is her name? I had to figure out her name. Her name in the movie is Kate. We'll call her Kate. So Kate's like, hey, this asteroid's gonna hit us. And they're like, oh, lol, make light of the situation. This is a fun TV show. We're not gonna... Even though it's shitty, we're gonna laugh about it. And she's like, no, we're all gonna die. Why is no one freaking out about this? And
yeah.
So she freaks out on camera, and everybody, like, makes a meme out of it. And then she, like, basically starts yelling about it on the streets, and, like, the CIA is like, hey, man, you gotta go into hiding or whatever, because these are, like, government secrets. You can't go out spouting this nonsense.
She was the one that discovered it.
Exactly! It's named after her. They named it after her. Anyway, the president gets found out for sending porn, and so she's going down in the polls. And she's like, hey, this is a good time to bring up the asteroid that we're gonna stop from hitting the planet. So she brings back Kate and the professor, and she's like, hey, you guys are gonna help me research this asteroid, because we had our scientists look at it, and they know it's real now, so we're gonna stop it. So she brings them back on. Anyway, it gets really big on the media now, but everybody's not worried about it, because it's like, oh, they're gonna stop it, it's okay. And so yeah, let's skip forward a little bit. They're sending rockets up to basically deflect it, like break it up and deflect it. And the rockets lift off. Everybody's so excited. It's like on TV everywhere. And then they call the rockets back. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because there's diamonds on the There's diamonds on the asteroid. There's money on it. Money for the rich people to make phones with. There's basically Mark Zuckerberg. And he's like, there's a bunch of this stuff that we make phones with. So we're gonna let the asteroid hit the planet, basically. But he's like, I've designed this thing that will break up the asteroid and extract it, so we can get the riches and not die. And then everybody's like, Kate and the professor is like, that's not gonna work. So they start freaking out and basically just like giving up. And then a little bit on the what else happens? Kind of losing track of everything. I'm sorry.
You're good. Look where we come out at.
Fungal waste. I love it.
Yeah, but we gotta go back in, unfortunately.
Oh, damn it. Okay, right. And then Kate looks up and sees the asteroid, and she's like, oh, right, because people don't think it's real. They're like, there's not even an asteroid. That's why they called him back. People don't think it's real. And they're like, oh, it's all a hoax. You know what that reminds me of? COVID.
Yeah.
Anyway, And she starts like posting, and she's like, just look up. You could see it in the sky, just look up. And so it basically shows like the social media side of everybody, like, don't look up and just look up. And it's like this,
Yeah.
it's political. For no reason.
Of course.
It's political. And so the president's advocating, it's like, don't look up, they're trying to trick you, we're going to stop it, and there's not even like an asteroid, and then everybody like obviously sees it because it's fucking in the sky and it's coming towards our planet.
Yeah.
But then later on, the Mark Zuckerberg dude is like, I've got these giant robots that are gonna go up and stop it. And so they start like releasing those when it's like really fucking close to the planet. And all of a sudden, like, a bunch of them don't make it off, and some of them blow up, some of them hit each other, and there's only like a few on there. And guess what? They don't work.
Yep.
So the asteroid hits the planet, and everyone fucking dies.
I heard that it has like a weird ending.
It's there's kind of both. So the Kate and the professor and his wife and kids, and then whoever else they were working with, this nice guy from NASA, they all sit down. There's this really funny scene where they all go to like a supermarket. Timothy Chalamet's there. That was fun. They all just like are picking up random shit from like a rundown like it's obviously been ransacked because the world's ending. And they're just like shopping around. They're like, you know what, this grass-fed meat is like a lot better than the packaged one. And I thought that was really funny. And then they just have like a nice home-cooked meal. And then you can like see the glass start shaking, and like the table and everything start like and then it like shows different parts of the world when it hits. It was really cool. It was kind of beautiful. I tear up a lot when I watch movies. So that kind of got me, cuz like it did like a shot of like the asteroid hitting the planet, and there's just a bunch of people on the beach just watching it. It was kind of beautiful. And then
if the world was ending, I would definitely be the type to get with my closest people and sit in a lawn chair to watch it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would do. Just there's nothing you can do about it.
If it's unavoidable, yeah. If it's like unavoidable death, that's what
Zombie
I would do. But if it's like
different
zombies, we have a plan for zombies.
Yeah.
You're gonna find a tree, and I'm gonna wait for you.
Mm-hmm. It showed like a bunch of other people doing, like the TV hosts were just like getting drunk, and like it like panned over a bunch of like buildings, and people were just fucking. It was great. And then the president and like the Mark Zuckerberg dude, they had a ship to get off planet Earth to go find a Goldilocks planet. So they got out of there, but everyone else died. The part where they're like sitting down and eating dinner, they were like just holding hands, and they were just trying to talk about pie. And they're like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna say it. I like the packaged pie instead of the home cooked meal. and then they said like a quick little like prayer, and then it just went whoosh. It kind of did like a slow-mo thing where you like see the glass like shatter as it went through. It was really it was like you could see the lights flickering in the back. It was really nice, but also really sad.
Of course it would be. I mean, that's...
the ending, like, oh yeah, when the credits roll, you could see like Kate's phone, like in space. She had like a diet app set to when the world was gonna end. That was funny. Stuff like that, and like logos that say "Don't look up." It was just like floating around in space, and then like it was kind of like an after credits scene. It was them landing on the Goldilocks planet, and the first thing that happens is like they get out and the president just gets eaten by this like dinosaur thing. It was great.
Good.
Also, the president's played by Meryl Streep. I kind of love that. I like Meryl Streep. She's pretty good.
I don't know actor names a lot of the time.
I don't think she's in Mamma Mia. She's in Into the Woods. That's all I got. But yeah, anyway, that movie, I've been thinking about it since I watched it. I watched it like on Christmas. And
You did, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I've been
like
thinking
the night
about
of.
it. Yeah, I've been thinking about it for a while. It just lives in my head because it feels real. That's the thing about it. It
feels like it could happen like that, yeah.
Exactly. Like, you know how you have dreams where, like, you wake up and you get ready and then you, like, leave and then you wake up again and you're like, hold on, I just did this.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it felt. Anyway, Don't Look Up. Check it out. It's on Netflix. I know I just told you the entire plot, but the movie's better.
I can't watch End of the World movies.
That one I wouldn't recommend if you get too into them.
It's just like especially when I was a kid, there was this movie about a flood, but it was basically a documentary that was like what would happen if the world flooded altogether, and then I had dreams about it for like weeks.
You know what? They used to show those in my history class.
I hate that.
Yeah, and it was like most of them were like I survived the whatever kind of deal.
Yeah.
It was like we just got to see people get fucking murdered. That actually did fuck me up because I think it was a hurricane and they were like stuck underwater and he got like stabbed through the shoulder with a pole.
God.
I'm not even joking. I think about that all the time. Another thing I think about is that one time I turned on the TV and NCIS was on and a bus crashed and she had a bus pole stabbed through her leg. I think about that nearly every day. It's terrible. I don't know how to get that memory out of my mind. And it's just because I turned on the TV and NCIS was on.
Yeah?
I'm like, I talk too much this episode. Do something.
You're good. Okay, End of the World thing. With those dreams, there was this one that sticks out to me because it was like a really weird dream. I feel like there's something here that I'm missing. It was this really weird dream. Yeah, there should be something in here.
Was it with the snail?
I tried interacting with the snail and nothing happened. No. What am I supposed to do with you? Did I maybe already get this?
Maybe.
I think I might have already gotten this. But anyway, so the dream that stuck out was like the world flooded, of course, but like the water picked up my house. And like it was like a river. It was like my house was flying down a river. But the weird part is that Shrek and Donkey were on the top of the house with me. Just like riding out the flood with me, and I was just sitting there and my whole family was dead, but like Shrek and Donkey were there.
I've had house picked up dreams. Like, but mine was picked up by a stampede.
Oh.
Yeah.
Horses. Who would have thought?
Do you have recurring dreams or recurring nightmares, I guess, is what I'm asking.
Yes. Yes.
I've
one of them...
Oh, go ahead.
If you want to go with yours first, Ken.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I have two very prevalent ones. There's one where actually three. I don't want to talk about the third one though. There's one where the world ends. This only happens when I get like the flu. It's the world ends and like there's no explanation as to how it's happened because I can't ever remember how it happened. All I know is that there was something to do with grass that killed the world.
Allergies.
And also there's like these metallic wires all over the world, but they're colored red. And then the Transformers are also there one time, but that was like a weird childhood part of it. Anyway, it happens every time I get the flu, which is really weird. Or really every time I have a fever. But then the other one, this one's definitely more often. I have the dream that bees are slowly pushing their stingers into my eyes.
Oh yeah, you've talked about that.
It's just not a fun one.
I don't have this one as much, but I definitely had it a bunch when I've actually had two, and they kind of go hand in hand. At my old house, we had this big window in our living room that faced out to our backyard. And anytime I slept on the couch there, I would have this nightmare, which I find weird. But, to briefly sum it up, my entire backyard was an alligator swamp, and my entire family got eaten, and I couldn't do anything about it, and then I got eaten.
Oh.
And then the other one is my house is on fire, and I can't get out of it. And that's, like, I'm, like, at that window specifically. It's like something about that window made me have nightmares.
Maybe the fact that you could see outside?
Probably. You can see past, like, the patio. We didn't have curtains on it since it was just, like, it was one of those windows that's, like, the whole wall. Big window.
When I was a kid, I had this really realistic recurring dream because I would constantly have, like, I would constantly wake up in the middle of the night thinking something grabbed me from under the bed.
Ooh.
And it felt like really genuinely real.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not doing the Mickey Mouse voice again.
Whole booth.
I would have this dream, and I lived with my grandparents at the time because I was younger, and I say lived with, I was there most of the time. So whenever I would stay the night, I would have this dream that the Shadow Man would, like, break into the house, and then I would get locked out of the house, so all I would be able to do is watch as the Shadow Man, like, walks through the windows from outside.
Oh no.
Yeah, which, you know, implies to me that people are dying.
Yeah. I mean, if you see somebody go into your family home, the first thought is they're killing them.
Yeah,
They're dead.
especially when they lock you out of the house and they are a
Exactly.
giant shadow monster, man.
This
It's just like this extremely tall, like 8-foot tall guy that was really lanky and just a big old shadow.
This is a... Hold on, I'm gonna re-stitch in my chair. It might be loud. Hold up. This is very specific. I don't think you were in this art class with me. It was what?
It was probably the second one that we took at different times, but we were taking at the same time.
Did you... I can't remember. Did you have to do the memory book thing? With the teacher that we hate?
No.
Different class. Okay.
You were in that one. Yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, we had to do this memory book, and I did mine over Heather's, because I'm a movie geek.
Oh yeah, no, I was in that class.
Yes, you were. Yes. Do you remember...
Because I did the dream of the...
It's like I'm pretty
I had
sure
this...
there.
I kept having this dream in the dorms that there was a shadow monster with red eyes trying to get into my window, and I lived in the 3rd story. So it was, like, really distressing for me because sometimes I would hear the window, like, get tapped, and there was no tree or anything outside my window, so it was, like, extra scary.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say his name, but his was that, the neighborhood sign for, like, the kidnapping, you know, the guy with the shadowy guy with the fedora? You know the guy? Yeah. His memory book was about nightmares he used to have where that guy would come and kidnap him. The guy off the, like, the road signs. I don't know, that just reminded me of it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good way to end it, though. Good way to end this episode.
I mean, we're about to do basically the final boss.
Yeah, so maybe we should stop it here.
I want to do one attempt.
Really? Okay. Okay.
If that's okay.
Oh, no, go for it.
It's just with the times that we pause it, and I had to.
That's true. That's true. It's Big Hornet. The Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
It's him. It's
Hey, Mr.
roll
Man.
credits.
I'm not prepared for this fight.
Yes. Oh. I'm gonna do some lore drop real quick. What the fuck is happening?
This is the one that's been trapping the plague all this time.
But why?
He was designed to do so.
Why?
Because it was threatening the kingdom, so the king was like, hey, I'm gonna fuck. The king was like, hey, I'm gonna make these dudes out of like the god of darkness, and I'm gonna like make a bunch of soulless beings that can trap this plague, and like the being that made the plague, and then just lock it away for a long time. And that's what the three guardians were that sealed the egg, is they were keeping the egg shut, and then the Hollow Knight was trapped in the egg also. And the Hollow Knight was also trapping the thing that made the plague that's been turning all of the bugs into monsters.
So it wasn't necessarily supposed to be bad though, right?
No, it's just been slowly corrupted by this plague over the course of a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Fun way to end the episode, though.
Yeah, for sure. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.